The one thing both sides seem to agree on during today's hearing is that the violence we've seen across the country since the leak of the Supreme Court's decision needs to stop.
The violence has been overwhelming that we have sustained.
In recent weeks, pro-abortion rights groups have firebombed and vandalized crisis pregnancy centers around the country that offer free health care for pregnant women and support mothers and babies.
We have been forced to expend valuable resources for women of up to $150,000 just to protect ourselves.
Abortion activists argued they've been targeted by protesters too, who blockade access to their clinics.
I absolutely condemn violence against everyone, including abortion providers.
And claimed overturning Roe will lead to an increase in America's maternal mortality rate.
People will suffer unnecessary harm as doctors wait for permission from hospital lawyers.
Pro-life witnesses claimed patients given the abortion pill are not prepared for what comes next.
At one point, she said she looked down, and what they told her was a clump of cells was a fully formed baby laying on the floor. This is not health care.
In a heated exchange,
I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic.
Republican Senator Josh Hawley questioned a Berkeley professor's use of the term people with a capacity for pregnancy in place of women.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies.
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get
So
pregnant.
you are denying that trans people exist?
Abortion proponents testified not only do they want abortion access codified into law, but they also want Congress to do away with the Hyde Amendment, which prevents taxpayer dollars from funding abortion. John, Caitlin.
Thanks, Abby. Here with us now is Heidi Matzke, Executive Director of the Alternatives Pregnancy Center and a witness at today's hearing. Heidi, thanks for joining us. Now, since Roe was overturned, what kind of violent attacks are you seeing against crisis pregnancy centers?
Well, throughout the nation right now, we have seen everything from firebombings to broken windows to paint thrown on windows, graffiti, and even here recently at our clinic, a man showed up at 8:15 in the morning with a machete, and thank the Lord that our security caught him before any damage could be done.
Heidi, speaking of security, can you talk about what steps you have taken to protect yourself, your employees, and the organization?
Yeah, since the threats rose over the last several weeks, we decided to take some extensive preventative measures, seeing all of the violence that's happened throughout the country. And so we have had to bulletproof our waiting room, bulletproof the outside of our building. We've had to paint the outside of our building with anti-graffiti coating. We've had to redo our landscaping, 24-hour on-site security. We've had to upgrade cameras in different locations to protect the safety of our patients. We've had to discontinue the use of our mobile clinic that goes out into the community and serves refugees and women that are victims of sex trafficking and homeless. We've had to no longer use our mobile clinic at this point just to protect ourselves against the threats.
Now, as we heard in Abigail's piece, you shared some moving testimony describing the horrors of abortion for patients who are unprepared for what really happens after taking abortion pills. Other witnesses detailed horrors they believe are coming if mothers don't have access to abortion, claiming we'll see an increase in America's maternal mortality rate. What's your take on that argument?
Well, unfortunately, what they're not talking about, obviously that life is a human right. And Planned Parenthood and many abortion industries want to hand women this abortion pill, send it to them by mail with no oversight from a doctor whatsoever. And basically they say their problem goes away. And these women are not prepared and are completely knowledgeable about what's about to take place with their bodies. And these women are isolated in bathrooms all by themselves. No doctor there, no nurse there, no pain medication other than ibuprofen. And they are physically going into labor on the floor in their bathrooms, in the shower, on their toilet. And the PTSD that comes along with looking down and seeing a baby on the floor when you were told it was just a clump of cells. Basically, at the end of the day, when a woman goes to Planned Parenthood and has a surgical abortion, she never has to drive by that clinic again. But it's so vital that all of America understands what is going on with women's bodies with these abortion pills. And when a young woman walks into a bathroom,
We are unfortunately out of time. Thank you so much. Heidi Matzke with the Alternatives Pregnancy Center. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you.